Hi, we're Ella and Bonnie and we're travelling around Europe in our DIY camper van. This week we're exploring an Italian city. Okay, so good morning from Turin. It's been an eventful morning. We were parked up in a little camper spot. We got there quite late and the code was on Park for Night, so I just let myself in. And got the knock at 7 AM telling me it was closed, so we've had to move on quickly. And I'm also pretty sure one of my brake lights has gone, so I've now had to leave the van in the garage and it'll be about an hour. So I've got my laptop, so I might do some editing. I'm just going to have a wander. Luckily there's a few other shops. So we are now sitting at Burger King waiting for that to be done. And then we're going to a campsite to have somewhere to leave the van that's safe. And then we'll be going to Turin. So making the most of having an hour of nothing to do and getting my video edited. Yeah, multitasking. Okay, it's been an hour. My video's all edited, so that's a bonus. Yeah, let's go see what the damage is. I'm still waiting. Okay, we're off. Oh. 40 euros, not the end of the world. I'm hoping that they did both. My dashboard lights are still on. So I hope they've done the right one. Yes, they were really helpful luckily. It doesn't seem to have done the job. But I don't know what else. What else would a light bulb sign be?
At the roundabout, take the second exit onto Eppa.
Yeah, luckily they were helpful. And then go outside, turn my engine on. I was probably sat there for about a minute with the engine idling just while I sorted out my sat nav. Angry Italian guy. That roundabout a bit quick. Driving like a true Italian. Anyway. God, that's my brakes. This is the farm that we're staying on tonight, unexpectedly. We're on pitch number 3. Okay, we're here on the farm. It's quite sweet, it's just a few little grass pitches and some cows. I mean, our timings today are all over the place now. The original plan was to get into Turin really early, like 8 AM, so that we avoided most of the heat for Bonnie, but it's now midday. So I think I'm gonna have some lunch, I'm starving, and then we'll reassess. I've been to Lidl as well. Need to put away my shopping. Okay, we are fully stocked. I didn't realise that shop was basically a Bonnie shop. Got her food, treats and cucumber for the night. It's very hot. I think it's getting up to 30 today, and it's very humid. It's like that weather where the second you move, you just sweat. I think I'll be getting out my little portable shower again later. Okay, we've been very lazy and sat around the van most of the afternoon. We're on the nicest campsite ever though. I've just come round with Moon's body with some homemade yogurt from their farm. It's really sweet. So we're just waiting for a taxi now to go into the centre of Turin. We were lazy, we didn't want to do the bus. We've made it to Turin, and it's even more humid, a little bit smoggy. Ooh. Walking into the centre, well, we got dropped off in the centre, we got the taxi obviously. Basically got the taxi because all the parks for night said you're an idiot if you leave your van unattended in Turin. I think it looked like more likely you wouldn't have any of your stuff left when you came back. Yeah, so I made it to the centre, and first stop is going to be a church. And it holds the main reason that we've come to Turin, and that's the Shroud of Turin. So that's basically, allegedly, the burial wrap that Jesus was buried in. And I say allegedly because I actually sound like 99% sure it is the burial shroud of Jesus. I'm a Christian, it's quite special. It's not something like that you worship or anything, but it's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm not sure they've got it on display at the moment, but just going to the church would be quite cool. It's really, well, I find it really interesting. I love all that sort of stuff. So yeah, first stop. Oh my goodness. That street into Turin was awful. I thought I was walking through a slum in India or Africa. That sounds judgy of me, but yeah, that felt horrible. I'm not walking back that way. Got leered at. Ooh, I wish I'd been wearing more clothes and it's literally my arms on show. Someone clapped at Bonnie to get her out of the way. I wasn't scared. I just said something. That felt very intimidating, not very nice at all. So let's get to the touristy bit of Turin. Come on.
This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running, looking for sense, digging deep since night.
Okay, so this is the museum where the shroud is held, I believe. Obviously not allowed in. Bonnie. She's better company than she makes up for not being able to go in places with the good company. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, the shroud was initially basically written off as being a true artifact, as they dated a corner of the shroud to like the Middle Ages time. So obviously significantly after Jesus was alive. Then they actually found that it had repairs done in the Middle Ages, and the rest of the fabric can actually be dated to Jerusalem at like 30 to 40 BC, no, AD. So Jesus' time basically. There's so much information on it, it's crazy. So the shroud itself is a burial shroud. But it's what's on the shroud that's pretty cool. Yeah, so the shroud itself, I'll put a photo up of the shroud so you know what I'm talking about. Basically, it's important because on the shroud there's a photo negative image of a man, as well as like blood spatter and wound patternings and all this stuff. And they can't explain how the image itself actually got onto the shroud. Bonnie's hot. So they can't explain how the image itself got onto the shroud. So as I said, it's like a photo negative and it's only on the very top layer of the shroud. So basically if you took a razor blade to the shroud, the image would be gone. Like, it's so fine, so it can't be done with paint or dyes, anything like that. There's also evidence that the person within the shroud was wearing a crown of thorns, and they can put it in Jerusalem with like pollen and plant fibres. So it's really interesting. Well, I think it is. There's a lot more information on it. I'll put a link in the description if I can of a video I've watched on it that, yeah, blew my mind. So yeah, won't be able to see it today, but it's cool to be in the place where it is. We're gonna go find somewhere cold to sit and get a drink for Bonnie. Also, just as a side note, Bonnie, if you see Bonnie looking a little bit scruffy, I had to do a bit of a hack job on her fur. So I got like a carrier bag full of hair off of her. I cut her just before, well, I got someone else to cut her just before we came away. Yeah, she was very hairy and she was very hot. So hopefully it's helped a little bit, but she does look a bit scruffy. So these are just gardens that we're walking around at the moment, just outside the museum. Yeah, really nice, full of like fountains, statues. Leave it please, Bonnie. Okay, this is the chapel. It's actually part of a chapel, cathedral and palace, like all in one basically. And the chapel was built specifically for the shroud. This is inside of the chapel. I don't think the shroud is stored here anymore. Still very pretty. It's a cold spot for Bonnie to lay. So yeah, that is the chapel. We did get kicked out. Tried to stand right at the back just to be respectful with Bonnie. There were no signs saying no dogs, but yeah, the guy came and told us to leave, so we've left. I just don't really get in general like all the religious stuff. Everyone sort of coming in and doing the, I think they're beautiful buildings and I like to go in them and look round. But apart from that, I don't think it's all necessary. We're going to go on to the next spot anyway, which according to Google is the nicest bit of Turin. So we're going to Piazza San Carlo. Apparently that's where all like the architecture, drinks, food, tourism is. So we're gonna head there now. Chase the pigeon. Okay, we're in the main square, Piazza San Carlo. So just trying to enjoy my cocktail in Turin. Slightly ruined by the Palestine protest, but I won't get too political. I mean, they're like doing performances and dances and everything now. We're gonna head out of Turin now, back to the van. It's past Bonnie's dinner time. She's being quite good, to be fair. And I think we've done most of what we can do. Most of what I want to do. There are a couple of other museums, but it's getting late. And to be honest, the first sort of 5 minutes and then sitting there kind of put me off a little bit. I would give the city a 6 out of 10. So it's quite pretty. It's got a really nice garden with the chapel and the square. Obviously I've not seen much more than that, so it's not like I'm writing off the whole city. But the rest of my experience, wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't come back, and definitely not camper van friendly or camper van safe. So we're gonna retreat back to the farm, back to safety. See you there. Okay, we are back at the van. Speaking quietly because it's very quiet, and just like in a field. The crickets are loud. Let's go in the van. Okay, so we've just been chilling basically since we've been back. We haven't been back that long. Yeah, we haven't been back that long. Just been sitting outside to cool down a little bit. Bonnie had dinner and she is now not moved, and I don't think she's going to move for the rest of the evening. I'm going to make some dinner and then we'll be going to bed. I'm very tired. Didn't get much sleep last night after the early wake up call. Yeah, that's probably going to be it for the video. So yeah, a little bit of a, not a negative video, but I guess you can't fall in love with every city. Yeah, didn't feel like I missed out on much, or I wouldn't have felt like I missed out on much if I didn't go. But I'm pleased I did go. Yeah, anyway, rambling. Thank you for watching. See you next week. Bye.